Alright, this is Jingle Rock 2025. We're in the middle of nowhere. We're off Sloan. We're going down to our first hunt area. And the first exit we got off was roadblocked. So we're going to try to backtrack and go this way. Hopefully we can get through. We're literally in the middle of nowhere on a dirt road up outside of Jean, Nevada now, because that's where the clues told us to go. We're at our first search area. The ground is perfect because we're looking for some sort of sand type area, because we have a picture clip. What the crap is this? What in the world?
Look at it, and they're like digging a grave.
Nasty. Dude, what is this? Why is there a head in the middle of the desert?
Dude, look over here. They're digging it.
Put your light on it.
There's literally a grave here, too.
Put your light on the head.
Yeah, hold on. I'm serious, man. It's like they were... Look, there's a pile of dirt here. Somebody was digging an actual grave. Oh, that's the desert. There you go. There's the grave. There's a mound. And there's a freaking head here.
But look at right here. It's a target.
I think we've scoured this area. We need.
There is nothing out here. Dead silent. Next spot. No, this is what they love.
Has it ever been outside?
Yeah. This is definitely the right terrain. I'm not seeing the exact bush though. All right, more creepiness. I found some glasses here. And again, we're 5 miles back in the middle of nowhere. And a cell phone. Why would someone... Ooh. Left the old cell phone here. And a lot of the clues speak to that. And man, you can literally see dust in the air. Probably can't see it on the video, but as you walk around. And there's a lot of places in the desert where it's dirt, where it's like a lot of this. But then in between the bushes here, there's this almost a sand dune effect, and the picture looks like that. So, not to say this is the spot right here, but we're at the right elevation, I think. But it is hard at night, but the early bird gets the worm, usually. Sunday morning. We spent a few hours early Saturday morning, late Friday night, I guess, early Saturday morning, looking for the rock out of Jean, Nevada, about, I don't know, 30 miles or something south of Vegas, up off a dirt road called Lightweight Road because of some clues that kind of matched up with that. And it was by a music festival called Rise that they were cluing at. But it was literally pitch black out there. There's nothing out there where we went. We went about 5 miles in from the highway where it's just pitch black and there's nothing. So we had some bright flashlights, but it's still very difficult to search in the middle of the night. It was the right type of an area. It was real sandy and dusty like a lot of the clues say. And there's a picture clue that shows a little plant, right? That is in some reddish, kind of unique, dusty soil. And we had a lot of that there. It was just like what was shown in the picture. So we thought we were in the right area, but it was just too late, too dark to see anything with our flashlights. And it was 32 degrees, so it was pretty cold out there. So we said, forget it. We're not seeing it. It's pretty remote. The road is a dirt road. Well, not really, but it turns into a dirt road after a while. But we didn't have any luck. So, yeah, Sunday morning, I'm looking at the map a little while ago, and I spotted an area that looks exactly like what we're looking for, because it has a ton of clues that match up. I mean, like, ridiculous amount of clues. I don't know why we didn't see it, because we weren't looking at this part of town, and a lot of the clues are hinting that it's kind of far away. You know, take the long way home and all this stuff. But I think all that was a trick, and I think it's close to town, because this area that we're going to right now, about 20 minutes away, is close to town, and it basically matches every clue. So I'm kind of surprised if it's the right place and I get there before anybody else, because it's so obvious. But maybe it's too obvious. Maybe people are not looking in this spot on the map. So, because to me it looks so easy. It's like, whoa, this is so obvious. Everything is there. Every clue literally matches this location. So let's go take a look and see if it's there. But it might have already gotten found. If so, I think it was right there. We'll go see. I'm looking right now, but the spot I'm really thinking of is up here. This is right near Shadow Park, and one of the clues is shadows never forget, or something like that. But there's a lot of clues. We just turned off of Cary Street, and the clue for that is it's only heavy if you carry it wrong. There's a lot of power lines. The clue is there's power in numbers. So I'm looking right now. Got this dude walking. I am looking right now on the side of the road. And there's also at the end of this street, boulder, sand, and gravel. And a lot of the clues were about boulder. The last clue that came out said you got to be bold. And everybody's going to be thinking Boulder City, which is on a little bit of ways to the other side. A lot of garbage here. Maybe a homeless man found it. I don't think they're going to... I thought maybe this corner area, but I don't think they're going to put it where it looks like there's a lot of possible homeless activity. I just don't think they're going to put it like that. It's funny, I've searched this area before. All right. Still such a massive area to cover, even if you know you're in the right area. And that's what's tough. All you can do is look, though. You got boulder, you got sand, you've got gravel, you've got Hollywood, you've got dust. Those are all clues. Okay, we are close. I don't think they're gonna put it right here at the entrance though. Let's keep looking. I hear goats. There's power in numbers, that's for sure. That's a clue, by the way. Hard to know if somebody was already here and got it. Just don't know that. What stands still is not always resting. It's this guy right here. Huh. These look like the bushes in the image clue. These little guys here. I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking if they put it right along this edge, it's hard to see when I'm driving by, but... Might not be dusty enough right here. I might have to go up that way a little bit, where the ground looks more like the picture that shows the little shrub which was thinking that means that's the type of area where it is. Plus, it's like there's so much trash and debris over here, like that corner over there. You'd think that there's probably a lot of homeless activities that might be happening here, and the guy has to hide the rock. He has to place the rock. He's not going to want to place it where there's a good chance of homeless people sort of lurking, and where people have to come looking for it. Well, they don't know if people are going to come looking for it in this area or not, but anybody need a Washington State license plate? Let's get out of here. I don't think it's necessarily right here. It would sure blend in well, though. Be kind of hard to spot. Kind of hard, because there's all these flat rocks out here. X marks the spot. Is that it? If it was, it's gone. However, another clue is that it's hidden in plain sight. That's what I'm looking for, that sand. That is what I'm looking for. That's like what's in the picture. That's why I gotta watch where I'm walking. Rusty nails sticking straight up. This ground looks so much like the picture. This ground up here. This looks very much like the picture, the clue picture, because of the sand and the color. Got a little sand dune area. And the surface is kind of crusty. I mean, doesn't get any more close than the clue picture. What the heck is this? Termites? Why is there a fire burning up on the side of the hill? So the clue says you could keep going, but I wouldn't. You got no trespassing. There you go. Wait for the stars to align. We're on Hollywood Boulevard. Got Nellis Air Force Base right there. So the rock should be hidden in plain sight. Get it? These houses couldn't really see if the guy hit it here in the middle of the night because none of the windows are above the wall there, so it's plausible. But this isn't the right kind of ground cover, if that's what that picture means of the little shrub growing in the sand, the reddish sand. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that it's right by that bush. Bush could just be a clue that you're in the right area, but sometimes they put them right behind these things. Not this time. Just got to check it off the list. My biggest suspicion is that somebody found it yesterday. The clues were so obvious that those areas I was in up there off of Hollywood Boulevard and Cary, and the ground was right with the picture, the sand, all that stuff. So I'm going to predict that somebody found it yesterday, because they don't take it back to the station till Monday if they find it. It's kind of the way it goes. It's not going to be up there. But one of the clues says the stakes are high. You got these little stakes here. But I don't think so. The rock has been found. Wasn't us, but yeah, over the weekend, the rock was found. I'm not sure which day it was, but they found it. Where did they find it? And they found it actually not too far away from our side of town, over here on the west side of town, northwest actually, far north. But what's funny is, not really too funny, but what's funny is it was the first area that I started focusing on when the clues very first started coming out, because I immediately found a couple of things that made me think of that part of town. I'll put a image right up here of the area where it was found. And yeah, all those purple pins that I dropped on the map there were things that I thought might be related to the clues this year's contest. The yellow pins are just generic points of interest that I keep up there every year. Just like interesting street names or just parts of town that I think might be used as clues in a contest at some point. So I just leave them up there. But the purple ones are all new clues that I thought might be related to this year. And what happened was as the clues keep coming out, you know, day after day, they started to feel like they were more in other areas. So I got kind of focused on other areas that I thought the contest was kind of pointing at, and I kind of forgot about that original area and didn't pay much attention to it because the clues started to be kind of more strongly pointing at these other areas, and really got focused on the area down in Jean, because there were a lot of, and that's the way the contest works, they did intentionally really point us down in that direction. But even so, there were like 2 or 3 other backup areas that I thought were also really clue heavy. So kind of thought it would be one of like 3 areas, and that original area that they were cluing to, that I have right up here with the purple pins all over it, I kind of disregarded that area after a while and just didn't think that was a primary area. I actually even forgot about it. I stopped looking at that part of the map even completely. I think anyway, next time for sure we will start right at about 6 in the morning. And the thing is, you know, this year we got started so early that when we were done searching, when it was like around 6 or 6:30 in the morning, we were super tired and went back, and I slept until like 11 or 12. And then I went back and looked at the map some more and didn't even go out looking again on Saturday. I did go back out Sunday looking, but at a different part of town, you know, over there by the Boulder Sand and Dust and Gravel Company, where there were even more clues. There were like 20 clues or more that matched up really strong with that part of town. Hollywood. There was a bunch of street names after movie stars like Betty Davis, Marilyn Monroe, and a bunch of others. And it says, where the stars align, follow the line, or something like that. And that area just was, it was a trick, but it was a ton of clues to that area. So that was my next area to search. And but next year, yeah, I got to be better at the strategic planning for the search area. So I think we did good at kind of deciphering the clues, because I did have the zone. It just wasn't the first zone. So I should have hit the zone that I thought was primary first, and then go to secondary, third. You just keep working your way through it. But, you know, kind of lazy this year. I went to only 2 search zones. So that's no good. Not going to find it that way. We got to basically prioritize, you know, have about 4 areas that you think are likely candidates for where they might hide it, and then just get there right when the sun comes up. Hit the first area, go to the second area, go to the third area, go to the fourth area. You got to do it fast, because if you wait, somebody's going to find it. I think we got spoiled because the year before, somebody didn't find it until like 5 or 6 days after they hit it. And actually, even then, we were the first ones at that site. It was way up in Valley of Fire. We were there at 6 in the morning. And the problem with that year was we had appointments. I had an appointment that I couldn't miss. That was my fault. I made like 2 months in advance, and I couldn't flake on it. So we had very limited time to search that area, like 2-3 hours, and just got caught up in one section of that search area and weren't able to cover the whole area. And it was like 50 yards from us. So that's what happened. You know, we did a good job by getting to the right area last year, but just didn't have the whole day available to search. So this year, just didn't hit all the search areas. So next year, that's the plan. find 4 areas that I think are really good, prioritize them based on the clues. That's all you can do. And then spend maybe 2 hours at each one, you know? But you got to hit all of them on that first day, because like this year, man, they found it quick. They either found it Saturday or they found it Sunday, because Monday, mid Monday morning, there it was. They brought it into the station, and it was right there. You know, we had all the clues. It could have easily just, after I searched the first area, gotten back, done area 2, area 3, area 4. At least I definitely would have got to the right area on Saturday. I don't know if it would have been in time to find it, but I would have got there. So, but lessons learned, I guess. So that's it for this year. But I feel like we get better every year. The only failure this year was just not hitting all the spots on Saturday that I had the pins clued in on. So we'll do it again next year. That is all. See you in the next one.